Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First, Anthony Fauci's wife has been fired from the NIH. Oh, you didn't know she worked there? She served as a senior bioethicist, where for some reason she never raised ethical questions about gain-of-function research in Wuhan. You know your ethics department has problems when the conflict of interest disclosure form has a checkbox for married to the boss and someone actually checks it. Then, the judge who blocked the CIA from firing DEI department employees has a connection to a case involving the Russia collusion hoax. And guess how he ruled on that one? Next, new chat logs show that the FBI imposed a gag order on any discussion of the Hunter Biden laptop. Apparently, the FBI's top forensic analyst determined that the laptop was real, unaltered, and too damaging to let anyone see. Kind of like those photos from your weekend in Las Vegas. And finally, internal docs reveal that the Democratic fundraiser ActBlue relaxed fraud checks during the 2024 election just in time for foreign donations to start rolling in. So, foreign election interference is an existential threat to democracy, unless they're giving us their credit card information. Okay, let's dive in. Anthony Fauci's wife, who worked for the NIH advising on ethical issues but never probed the ethics of the Wuhan research, she has been fired. She was a senior bioethicist, which means her job was to provide guidance on ethical issues on activities of the NIH. She was so good at spotting ethical issues that she missed the biggest one staring at her across the breakfast table every morning. Can you imagine the conversation? Anything interesting going on at work? Look, we can either talk about gain-of-function research in Wuhan, or we can talk about a possible kitchen remodel. Which one do you want to talk about? An NIH official, speaking on the condition of anonymity, said that she was a good person with a major conflict of interest. You think? It's like putting Bernie Madoff's wife in charge of auditing at his investment firm. She was let go as part of the layoffs at the NIH that are being led by HHS Secretary RFK Jr. that aim to streamline administration and reform what he called a failed health system. When your organization has pandemic on its resume under group projects, layoffs seem less like streamlining and more like common sense. The same judge who blocked the CIA from firing DEI employees also undermined a case tied to the Russia collusion hoax. If there was a judicial fantasy football league, Judge Trenga would be a first-round draft pick for Team Deep State. Judge Anthony Trenga previously played a pivotal role in undermining Special Counsel John Durham's prosecution of Igor Danchenko, a key figure in the discredited Steele dossier. Ahead of Danchenko's October 2022 trial, Trenga ruled that much of Durham's proposed evidence was inadmissible, including information from the FBI's earlier counterintelligence probe. His reasoning was that you can't trust the FBI, which is why we need to let the FBI get away with it. Judge Trenga this week blocked CIA Director John Ratcliffe from firing federal employees working in DEI roles. In D.C., it's not a justice system anymore. It's a protection racket for bureaucrats in rainbow lanyards. The only thing more consistent than Judge Trenga ruling against Trump is my wife asking me if I used soap when I washed my hands. The CIA can run secret prisons, overthrow foreign governments, and assassinate terrorists, but firing a gender studies intern? That's crossing the line. New evidence shows that the FBI had a gag order on senior leadership to shut down any Hunter Biden laptop discussion. The House Judiciary Committee released new chat logs which show that senior FBI officials told their agents to say no comment when asked about the Hunter Biden laptop story in meetings with social media companies. Additionally, one message showed that an FBI attorney put a gag order on any discussion of the laptop. This is despite the fact that the FBI forensic analyst determined that the laptop did belong to Hunter and had not been tampered with in any way. The FBI had Hunter's laptop for 10 months and concluded it was real, so naturally they spent the next year pretending it wasn't. Some of the FBI's old guard will probably claim that they were just protecting the election, which is like Jeffrey Dahmer claiming he was just protecting the leftovers. Democrats lowered their donation standards during the 2024 election, which somehow resulted in them getting more fraudulent donations. Imagine that! Democratic fundraising platform ActBlue relaxed its fraud prevention policies twice during the 2024 election, allowing foreign and suspicious donations to flow into the United States campaigns. Changes made in April and September of 2024 resulted in an increased number of fraudulent contributions per month, with up to 6.4% of total donations that should have been rejected for fraud slipping through. ActBlue also allowed donations without card verification and instructed employees to find reasons to accept contributions. The platform processed nearly $2 billion for Democratic candidates and causes in 2024. Records also showed that at least 237 donations were given from foreign IP addresses using prepaid U.S. debit or gift cards between September and October. Democrats spent the last several years screaming about foreign interference, while ActBlue was basically running a GoFundMe with all the security of a gas station bathroom. In 2024, Democrats had $2 billion in ActBlue donations and still lost. That's like losing a boxing match even though you were armed with a shotgun. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.